My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. Every single week, we break down full UFC fight cards. We give you our picks, our bets, and our fantasy plays. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our content. And we're also giving away $50. Anybody who goes to WeWantPicks.com/bets, signs up with one of our 5 betting partners, and makes a deposit, will get $50 from us. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, however you want it. And this is brought to you by EarnU.io. EarnU.io is the world's first sports and esports prediction game, allowing you to earn crypto risk-free. Check it out now at EarnU.io. Next up, at UFC Vegas 53, we have Andrei Arlovski taking on Jake Collier. This is I feel like this is the exact same fight Andrei Arlovski has had in the last 2 years. This is the exact same fight over and over again. Andrei Arlovski, 33-20 overall, 4-1 in his last 5, and that lone loss was to Tom Aspinall. 13-6 for Jake Collier overall, 3-2 in his last 5, alternating wins and losses. Jake Collier was a middleweight, and at middleweight he was big, in shape, jacked, looked good. Then he moved to light heavyweight. Okay. Not great, not miserable, good size light heavyweight. And now he looks like this. He's moved all the way up to heavyweight. I don't know of any specific reason, but he is a heavyweight. He's not extremely powerful, but he's also doesn't gas. He's not as soft as this picture. I think this is an exceptionally bad picture as well. This is just not a great picture, but he was a middleweight, and if you break down his middleweight film, he's a pretty well-rounded guy, pretty skilled guy. He's taken some of those skills up to heavyweight, but it wasn't until his last fight against Chase Sherman where we actually saw him using his grappling. Technique-wise, again, he's a well-rounded guy. He worked in some grappling in his last fight, and typically he's a volume striker with forward pressure and not a ton of power. And at this point, I imagine every single one of you know who Andrei Arlovski is. He's the former heavyweight champion of the world. He will be in the Hall of Fame. He's one of the most accomplished heavyweights to ever do it. The guy has 50-some-odd fights. 40-something of them have been in the UFC. He's beaten world champions. He's fought everybody on planet Earth for the last 20 years, and he's still in there. He's still getting it done. I mentioned he's only 4-1. He's 4-1 in his last 5, and his only loss was to Tom Aspinall. And style-wise, he's got very good boxing. He's got pretty good kicks, and as of late, he has been a decision machine. He's been fighting for over 20 years. He brings all of that veteran savvy, and he continues to evolve his game. Just 5 years ago, Andrei Arlovski was looking for the big punch, chasing the knockout. And now he's settled into this rhythm where his chin is good enough to hang. He knows for a fact he's going to be faster and more technical and smarter than almost everybody he fights. And he uses those skills to ride out decisions. He's 43 years old. And the question always, especially at heavyweight, is his chin going to hold up? I have no idea. But I don't think it matters because Jake Collier doesn't have that KO power to knock out Andrei Arlovski. Jake Collier is very talented. Jake Collier could win a decision here, right? He can out-volume strike Andrei Arlovski, but I don't think Andrei's chin is a factor in this fight, even though he's 43 years old. But I do feel like this is a carbon copy of 5 of Andrei Arlovski's last 6 fights, basically kickboxing matches against lesser opponents. I think Andrei gets his 4th decision win in a row. I think he's got better technique, better conditioning. He'll be a little faster, a little more to the point on every single strike. Even if Jake wants to work in some grappling like he did in his last fight, I don't think that's going to be an issue for Arlovski. Arlovski has a 78% takedown defense over 43 UFC fights. 43 fights in the UFC, a 78% takedown defense. That's insane. That is an insane statistic over that span of fights, over some of the people that he's fought. I like Andrei Arlovski to win here. Veteran savvy, solid striking, another decision win in a row. And I have a money line bet on Andrei Arlovski. I got a little bit better than this. I think it was minus 130, I think I got him for. But money line bet on Andrei Arlovski. I like him to get literally the same exact win over and over and over. What do you think?
I think chins are going to be tested in this one. I think whoever's chin holds up is going to win, and I'm going with Jay Collier. I think he's going to have the speed advantage. He is a heavyweight, but he still fights like a middleweight. He still fights like a smaller guy. He's got the speed. He doesn't. He kind of has that middleweight power and heavyweight. That's why he doesn't get a lot of finishes. But I could see these guys throwing down. In that Chase Sherman fight, there was some exchanges where they were landing shots. Jay Collier was eating those shots fine. You mentioned the grappling. It wasn't a takedown. He caught a kick and Chase Sherman just fell down. So he just followed him to the ground, and that's where Chase Sherman basically just kind of gave up in that choke. So it wasn't like a true like he's trying to grapple. It's just an opportunistic thing. But he took advantage of it. He was on the ground. He submitted the guy. So this is a tough fight to pick. Both these guys are neither one of these guys are knockout guys. Both have been knocked out before. It is really kind of a toss up. So I'm gonna play the underdog side. I got to stick with my boy Jake. We got to do that. So I'm going Jay Collier on the underdog role. I think he knocks him out.
You betting $100? Let's bet $100.
I'm not gonna bet $100 on that fat turd.
Well, we just heard this whole speech about it.
I said it's a toss-up, but I'll play the underdog role. Listen, he's 43 years old. At some point, you're just going to start losing. He's had a nice little streak, but you can't just keep going. You just can't.
Okay. Well, last week, you were very confident that Clay Guida could just keep going at 40. You clown.
I thought he did great.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we are split on this one as well. I'm very confident in Andrei Arlovski. I literally put my money where my mouth was. I did a money line bet on Andrei Arlovski. Jacob is absolutely flat refusing to bet me on this fight, and that's fine. He likes Jake Collier to win. You going to spend $7,800 in DraftKings on your best friend Jake?
I said it's a toss-up, but I'll play the underdog. I don't have any confidence in him.
I thought so.
You're acting like I'm sitting here like arguing with you about it. Like, okay.
Please calm down.
I don't
Please
care.
calm down. Please. We need to be professionals. People constantly come here and say, guys, be more professional. I don't like the comedy. I just want the picks and I just want the facts. Be more professional. And that's what I'm going to need you to do, Jacob.
Did you watch his fight versus Bofa?
You're not going to get me twice.
You almost got it.
You're not going to get me twice.
A little pause there.
All right.
Anyway.
Monkey Knife Fight, I think it's a clean more. I think it's literally a kickboxing match for 15 minutes. I love the more Monkey Knife Fight. WeWantPicks.com/MKF. They will instantly match your deposit up to $100. Take their free money. Give them 50, they'll give you 50. Take their free 50, spend their free 50, leave yours alone. And speaking of 50, I will send you $50 if you just go to WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up with any one of our 5 betting partners, and you make a deposit. I send you $50. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, however you want it.